we go, boys. And I'm Andrew. We got Thomas. We got Mike. Mike
Hey.
N. There's multiple Mikes. So Mike N. Nichols. And of course, Thomas is real for those who don't think he is. He's real.
Yep.
He's real.
I'm afraid so.
He's
Yep,
really
no
he's
AI.
fabulous. Fabulous. So we're just gonna go in here and talk. And there's already a lot of paintball podcasts out there, but I just look, when I make videos, I don't care how many people watch it. I like the fact that our core guys watch it and we get 20 or 30 views. I'm happy in that little space. So let's extend our space to our guys and hopefully not embarrass ourselves too much, although that's hard for me to do. So,
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas is the enigma, and if you don't know, if you're not part of the chats with the group we have within C1D, is Thomas, the last couple of months of the season with his work schedule and that, wasn't able to come out too much with us. So during the winter, as we're was it keyboard warriors talking about paintball and everything?
Yep.
He didn't seem real. So Mike finally saw him on the screen tonight. So the joke that he's an AI is no longer there. Is that correct?
No. Yeah, well, we'll nip
go
that
ahead,
one
Mike.
in the bud now. It was good while it lasted, but there's the proof in the pudding.
Yeah, the myth was rather nice, but well, hey.
I thought you were gonna pull it too. You were like, I don't know if I can get my webcam working, so I'm like, yeah, all right, definitely.
Load up a bunch of static. I was like, no.
But yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be talking about something that we all love and do together.
Thomas, you don't know, I'm actually wearing my tech shirt, and I actually have another camera filming me, so you're going to be able to see me on this. I'm pointing this out because while that is a really cool Celine Dion heavy metal shirt you got, you're not wearing swag. You're not wearing swag though, or is it bad luck to wear a jersey when you're not on the field?
No, I just keep all my stuff in the closet that I keep all my stuff in.
I hope not, because I've been wearing mine all the time.
Well, we got opening day for us, April 13th. We're going to be at home field at Warzone. There's another Milsim group that's going to be there. They're going to do their thing. We're going to do our thing. And be good to see two big groups of paintballers getting back into it. Serious in sense of organized, because I think serious isn't really the best way to describe our group, which is why I love it.
Yeah.
Now,
fun.
Now here's the thing. We got that coming up, and we could talk about that like all night, but what have you done since the last paintball season, since it ended? And I'm going to start off with the veteran. The man turned 40, by the way. So, is it okay? Did you have to make the font on your phone and your computer bigger now?
No, I didn't have to do that at all. No.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the work thing, and no. Over the winter, it's pretty much just snow removal and crappy ski season. Because I typically go into hibernation. I don't really play indoors.
But you're the most experienced player in the group. Even more. Well, Jeff's been playing for a while too, but I mean, you've been playing for a long time. I mean, you could infinitely take the next 10 winters off when we'll play year round, and you'll still kick our asses out there.
Well, there is that, but I mean, like, you do get to the point where you do play a lot, and again, come to winter, it's nice to take a hiatus or a little bit of a hibernation. I call it a hibernation, and just do something else. And sometimes the feelings, you have some bad feelings that happened throughout the previous season, which you have some ideas that weigh upon your head, and then you're just all like, do I really want to continue doing this? Blah 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 blah. And you know what? Just the answer is take a break, recharge a little bit, and then come back stronger the next year.
You know what? That was a deep cut, but I'm happy you said that because it's right. Now, on the flip side, you've got Mike, who with his wife Miranda. I mean, it's been what, close to a full year now, or was it partially into last summer when you got into it? So he's at the stage where he doesn't care if there's snow. He's not taking that break because he's got the ball and he's running with it. See, I use that.
Yeah,
I was in the States last week, so I know that's a good analogy. You grab the ball and run with it, right?
yeah. So that's kind of what I was gonna get into. Is we got into it like probably midsummer. I'd say maybe even close to the end of summer when we actually got kind of serious into it. So like I understand, breaks, needing breaks from hobbies and stuff. It totally makes sense. Oh, getting overwhelmed. They're just needing, just the time off. And it makes sense to take it off in the winter time when, you only have so many options of where to play and whatever. But we're just at the point where we're having so much fun with it. Like every single time we go, no matter what happens, that we're just not ready for a break yet. You know what I mean? There's gonna come a time where we're gonna find out when our time off is gonna be and when it's beneficial to us and whatever. But as of right now, we're just plugging. We're just going right along. Like we were doing like 3-4 times a week when we first started, and it was taking a toll on us. So we dialed it back a little bit. But we're still going multiple times a month. So.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to set the record straight when guys say, well, he brings his wife with him, they play together. I heard one or two people make the comment, he drags her out there. And it's like, no, doesn't she drag you out there? I heard she's itching to play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we love it equally as much, but there's times where I'm fine with being like, let's just, let's hang out for the weekend. And she's like, really? Like, we're not going to go? We're not going? Like, we can go here, we can go there. Or like, I was on Google, I found this other place, call them. Like, and so, yeah, she's like, just as ambitious, if not more, than I am, which makes it amazing, just to share that. Oh, and another thing with her, not to get into it too much, but like when I first got into it, I went for my bachelor party, with a bunch of dudes, and I got home and I was like, I want to do this. I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna order a bunch of stuff. Don't be mad at me. And I did, and she immediately, without even going, was like, well, I want to go. I kind of want to try it out. And I was like, oh wow, all right, let's do this thing. And here we are, doing this thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is. Well, I know you've gone out, so you've played a lot this winter. What I would say is a lot. And actually, you played with Connor the other night.
Yep. That was awesome.
Played in LaSalle, and Connor still remembers the field, right? Did you have to point out where everything was, or?
No, he knew because when we were getting ready, and of course it takes me and my wife forever to get ready still. So I think he went out and he was poking around, or he went up top the view windows and he was looking out and he was like, oh yeah, he noticed immediately the differences and the stuff that was still the same and stuff. So I think he kind of felt at home. I think that was his first, some of his first games were played there, right?
Oh, his first. Oh yeah, his very first game was played there. We're going back to Arnold's. Even, I mean, like every field, it changes the reiteration of it and such. But it's nice to see familiar things like that sometimes.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So I played last week. Well, no, I played. We did the little winter event. Poor Thomas is like, man, am I going to say anything? The winter event was fun, but I'm going to say that after about 4 or 5 games, it's like can't really go on your knees and the cold and all that, and my joints. It's just the old man kicking in me. But it was fun. But you, like in Village, it was streams flowing through it, patches of ice, and
I still when I hear that day, my ribs and my back still from that fall.
But that's when we gave the swag out, right? That's when we got the jerseys and everything. So that was the was the big draw there. Now, on the flip side, I did play in the desert last week, and I'm already making videos with that. And oh my, you're gonna be you're probably gonna slap me in the back of the head for this, Thomas. I mean, I got the marker there. Speedball, it's like no, it's mechanical. and that's why I'm texting you when I'm there. And okay, and he says, okay, this is button 1 for the hopper. The button on the other side clears it. Like if you got a jam. Yeah, but nobody told me. I've never held one of these before. Nobody told me you actually had to turn it on when you were playing. I thought it was just kind of backup, like, I don't know, old school choke when you're trying to start the car. So it's like, why am I getting no feeds on this marker?
Plus, I think the picture that you had was a Spire on the Automag.
Mm-hmm. That I remember.
The Spire is very good.
Okay, it must have been that when I looked at the box, it was GI Sports from Montreal, and I got a Bleeman on the hometown balls. Then it wasn't me because I'm a straight shot, right, guys?
That's what I love about Thomas. Infinite knowledge about pretty much any marker that you need to know about, and like instantaneous too. It's not like, oh, hold on, let me go like into my notes and figure this out. It's just like boom, like here you go. This is what you got to know.
How was your?
Oh, that's it. Like,
well, Thomas, how was your Saturday morning when I sent you that picture of that like wooden stock like marker?
no, I love that.
I'll have to put a picture
I think
up.
it was.
I'll put a picture up of it, by the way. I'll overlay it on this so everyone can see it. Tell me, what would you have you played with one of those before? What's it like to play with a marker like that?
I haven't. Well, basically, these are like it's the Sheridan Piranhas and also the Sheridan Long Barrels. It's a brass marker. It's rather similar to the Phantom, as it's it works in CO2. And the bottom tube you unscrew, and then definitely on those the Piranha Long Barrels, it's this giant plunger that comes out, and then you dump out the 12 gram. You put the new 12 gram in, and then you take this plunger thing and cram it back into the thing and screw it down, and then you have your fresh 12E in there. And then the one I think you showed me was a direct feed, and not just the stock class horizontal feed. So back in the early days, you would have all 12 gram powered CO2 guns, and so that's it. There was no constant air, so just the 12 gram, the direct feed. So when you went out of air, and the efficiency, maybe you get 20 shots, 20, 22.
Oh wow!
And then you have to change. Yeah, and then change it the thing again.
Oh boy!
That's how you get accurate right there. Is playing with markers like that.
So now thanks to that, we've got our technical quota. If anybody ever watches this and wants technical talk, we've got that cornered. I'm gonna sound like a himbo here, but when I just saw the old wooden stock, like an old rifle, I said that looks cool. But then I immediately thought, yeah, I'm gonna take a picture, send this to Thomas, and the gentleman there, Jerry, knows so much about paintball. He's been in. First of all, I'm going to explain this in the videos when they come out, but he says he's 54 like me. He's a few months older. He's been playing for 37 years. So it's like, well, this guy's much better than me. He starts talking a few of the things I picked up that I learned from you, Thomas. But then he started to like go, and it's like, I hope my eyes didn't like, he knew all this stuff and was well into it. And it's like, a guy, that's what's great about the sport is, when people are talking about it, you could tell how genuinely happy he was. And I got bits of it and things that I knew and things I didn't. But man, this guy's seen a lot. And it reminded me of you. It reminded me of Ken as well, actually. And I ended up getting those two in a chat room actually to talk. But yeah, nice. So Tom, are you going to be able to come out on the 13th, Thomas? I haven't been keeping up with that.
We'll see.
He's going to debut. He's going to debut on D-Day. He's going to walk in. He's getting himself ready for that. What do you find? Yeah. What do you shoot? Okay. We'll do. I don't want these to be too long. We've only gone about 15 minutes here, which is cool. But here's a quick question. Okay. And by the way, I want to point this out. I want to let the cat out of the bag here. We talked about it before we started recording. But Mike's cleaning his magazines, and he is a good hardcore paintball player. But the reason why he's cleaning them is he hasn't cleaned them out from last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not too bad, but yeah,
that's why I
it's
love our
mostly
group.
my marker that I was worried about. The mags are just there.
Yep.
That T15, I guess, is pretty prone to rust or whatever. So I just want to keep her nice and cleaned and oiled up and stuff.
Good idea. Actually, when Connor got back from playing, this is the same thing. The only one thing I panic about with my TMC, because I don't know anything about mechanical stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is are you still engaged? Pull the trigger. I don't want that spring screwed up. Okay, job
Yeah,
done.
right.
Yeah.
Job done. Okay, what are we? The only other question there is because a lot of the guys in our own little chat are talking about what they're running on D-Day. And the great thing about D-Day is you can run whatever the hell you want, and you can go back in your car if you don't like it. But on like for me, that's I know I have it simple in that, but I'm going to run my TMC. I'm going to run a hopper, and I'm going to carry whatever packs on me in that, and that's what I want to use. And some of the guys I think might be running a little heavy, where I think they maybe look running a little lighter or being open to changing things. First of all, I want to hear from Mike. He's going to be the noob, his first D-Day. What do you think right now you're going to run in case you're on the fence?
I am actually on the fence. I was hoping to get a little more input on what to expect. You know, we got the special Discord channels there for stuff exactly like that, you know, tips and stuff. But I am starting to get a bunch more markers lately, so I do have options now. I don't know. I really enjoy my newest marker, my T15, but you know that's MagFed. I got the Delta Elite, which I can put a lot of balls down the field with that thing. So I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought too much about it because it's still a little bit down the road, and I got plenty of time to buy more stuff from now. Then honestly,
You guys,
so
it's like I love the influx of guys that joined the group towards the end of last season. Apparently, they all fell out. They all came in the same bus from the country club because these guys are buying stuff like they're keeping the fields open. That's why you want to grow the sport, right?
yeah, right, exactly.
Okay. Okay, so 2 years ago, I played my first D-Day with Thomas. Well, it's not my first D-Day, but my first one with him at Commando. And you shooting that pump on the front line, you're just kicking ass. Last year, I see you run with a pretty fancy beast, and I see that when you have a hopper and one of those markers, I don't want to be on the other ends. But what are you running this year, or are you up in the air as well?
I think I'm going to go with the Phantom again, but I have swapped over to HPA, so I'm not worrying about 12 gram CO2 cartridges anymore.
Nice.
Does help.
And also the thing that you saw last year was pretty much the same thing as what you shot in New Mexico.
Except you know how to use it.
And that too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do something more formal. Once Thomas comes out, I can create a card for him. Unless you want me to, I'll pull out one of the old ones of you.
Those cards are actually I really like that idea. I played Magic and stuff like that, and like I was never into sports cards and stuff, but it's just such a cool thing to see yourself and
I know
it's just a really cool thing.
Connor's going to roll his eyes if he hears this because when him and my daughter were playing sports, I'd make cards for everybody and that. So it's like,
oh really?
Yeah, I'm sure he appreciates it, but he also knows it's some sort of strange affliction. Make the cards. I didn't make it to the big leagues, but I'm going to look like I did.
There you go. No, I love it. I think it's a great idea, and everyone else seeing themselves on a card, I think it makes them feel
it's fun.
Just cool.
It's fun. But here's the thing with that, actually. There's guys that make cards for paintball, and they charge people. It's like, I don't want to charge somebody. You want something fun like that?
Right.
All right, Thomas. I thought you'd bailed on us. You said, I hit a nerve somewhere.
He's like,
Oh, no.
I mean, I will make a card. He was so upset, he just walked away.
I'm not making a card. I don't want a card.
Okay.
I had to check something that popped up on the phone, so.
Oh, you're on your phone right now?
Yeah.
Is it a prince from Liberia?
Prince from Liberia? Who? What? The phone?
There's a sum of $423 million that they're entrusting you with. You just have to pay the import tax of $15,000.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
You know, it's funny, like, you see the meme of that all the time, but then you see the meme of, like, the poor guy just sitting there with all this money in a room, and he's like, why won't anybody take my money? Like, if he was a real person, like, at this point, 2024, no one's going to fall for that scam. If it wasn't a scam, the poor guy's just sitting there with a room full of money, and nobody will take it.
Well, there's one thing this is a good way to end this podcast. There's one thing we can say about that guy in a room full of money. He doesn't play paintball because then he wouldn't have any money left.
That's true.
I highly agree with that. I think Nick would too.
Right.
And Mikey lately.
Oh, really?
Not throwing anybody under the bus or anything, but
okay. Yeah, but Nick's got a kid on the way, eh?
yeah, he's got to
Yeah,
slow down
It's
now.
not going to affect his paintball cash flow, and I'm not trying to upset him. You'll know. I'm telling the truth.
Congratulations again, Nick. That's really exciting.
Yeah, congrats, Nick.
You know damn well he's going to be wearing all the gear coming right out of the womb.
That's true. He hasn't asked me. Do you have any smaller sizes in our swag?
Yeah, how much are bibs?
Yeah.
I need a onesie, a bib.
Actually, his wife has the same thing that my daughter has. Who does a lot of stuff for me. So I think we actually may see something.
Oh yeah, he was
The
mentioning
cricket.
something.
Yeah, the cricket
about
machine.
yeah, the cricket. Yeah, that's really cool. Sweet. Well, I had a blast. I had fun talking, shooting the PG. Is this PG?
13? Oh, I already said. I already used Killhit's catchphrase. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I had fun shooting the shit with you guys.
There you go.
Um.
Remember, the rule is you don't talk trash on the podcast.
Yeah.
Only before and after, sure.
Yeah, get it all out of the way before.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we missed anything afterwards.
Yeah, I have such a little editing time out there anyway, so no need more of that. All right, so you'll hear something a little more structured next time. Maybe this will be the hidden episode that comes out eventually. Look, 4 of the guys from the group are going to listen to it. That's it. So we're gonna set it free to the world,
Excellent.
just like my mother did when I was 11. Things worked out.
Peace. Well, Thomas, it was nice finally meeting you in person-ish, kind of.
Person-ish, like over the internet-ish.
Yeah, well, at least I know you're not a computer program now.
Oh, thanks. I've been trying.
Yeah. And thank you, Andrew, for putting this together. Appreciate you.
No problem. Okay, we'll see you out on the internet, and most important thing, we'll see you out on the field pretty soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Take it easy. No catchphrase to end this one. It is. No.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah. Stay alive.
Catchphrase. That's catchphrase. All right, guys. Take it easy.
Later, guys.
Take it easy.